Hola todos! We are back with more classic Tetris monthly Masters event for May 2025. And what we have got for you right now is a top 16 matchup. It's a matchaganza. 3 matches is what we're doing right now. It's going to be the top right-hand corner of your screen. It's going to be Dog playing Tetris, our reigning champion. He won Mega Masters last month. He's looking to continue the streak, and also he is now up to 10 overall CTM wins. He's 1 behind the greatest of all time, Corian. Although how much longer can we call him the greatest of all time? Dog is like right at his heels. Dog will be taking on Tugi, which I'm very excited for this matchup. Dog versus Tugi. Then we're gonna do SV versus Dekk. And then the 2 winners of those, they are going to play for a top 4 spot. We've already got 1 player in our top 4. It's Dangler. Dangler took out, Scooty, then Fractal? Is that how it worked? No, Fractal, then Scooty, right. Fractal, then Scooty. Yeah, Fractal in the top 16 and then Scooty in the top 8. And Dangler is here getting through pretty tough bracket. I mean, Fractal and Scooty, 2 of the best to ever do it, and really having, great preceding 12-month period or at least a, let's say, 18-month period, 15-month period. Fractal won 3 last year, and then Scooty ripping off 9 finals in a row. Scooty having deep run in Mega Masters, top 4 finish. So pretty good. That's gonna be the top right hand corner of your screen. Dog, Tugi, SV versus Dekk. Tomorrow there is more Tetris and some of these same names. Dog will be playing against Blue Scooty in the green bracket of Das Masters. He's in the same seed of both tournaments. Dog versus Scooty in green. Giovanni versus Wallbant in Aqua. And then the winners of those 2 games tomorrow. And I don't know why ESWBBC is happening twice on that screen, but don't worry about it. Those are things that are happening today and tomorrow. Okay. Let's take a look at the rules, players. You know that it's a 32-player single elimination flat bracket tournament based on the 1989 version of Tetris released by Nintendo for the Nintendo Entertainment System on an emulator or console, is where you can play. Players can play whatever. I don't know what they can do. As long as the game mechanics, appearance, and statistics are unmodified, any controller, as long as there's no big buttons or turbo functions used, whether electronic or mechanical, biological turbo only. Players should not receive any real-time in-game advice. They should not pause unless the commentator tells them to. Level 18 starts, everybody. Level 39. Super kill screen, make sure that is turned on, or at least if you're not going to keep it turned on, then we will count your game as ending right at the 39 entry. Same piece that's re-rolled in between each game of the match. Points over the traditional max out do count. Best of 5 throughout, and the winner gets absolutely something. That is a share in a prize pool which has reached $1,289.70. Thank you to Scott Gray for kicking in a cool $1,000. So Scott Gray has gotten us halfway there. We are, we're almost there. We're not almost, but we're making progress. So whatever you can do to help us out, use the Matcherino command on Twitch or YouTube to bring up the link. Second one is the one for Masters event, and I think you can figure it out from there. And if you want to support the channel, go to patreon.com/monthlytetris. And it's important to, if it's important, well, let's put it this way. If it's important to you, then do it. If it's not, then don't. It's fine. And the merch store reminder, ctm.wtf. All right, I'm going to flop on over to our scene here. There it is. And I'm going to refresh both the streams. And, we're just waiting on we're waiting on our other player to be ready. This gives me a chance to Do a stencil check. We're doing stencil checks here. Let's check. All right, it's off, and that may not be that player's fault. So let's reset. Okay, now let's see. Is it better? Yeah, it's great. Okay, so it was my fault. And now we can do stencil check over here, because why not? And of course, it's Tugi, who is a wunderkind. A wunderkind. I don't know what that means, but he's a wondrous child. Okay, look at, there he is. There is your dog, and he's playing Tetris, or he's not yet. Oh, now he's offline. And I got cashews. I have a package of cashews, everybody. So I'll be chewing on cashews. Nope. All right, we are feeling good. Okay, players, I'm going to go ahead and give you they're both labeled dog. There are two dogs. Everybody's dog. I'll fix it. Seed. Here are the pieces. It's dog v dog. Dog on dog action today. Oh, he's leaving. All right. Why as soon as we run the seed do people leave the room? Like, why is that? Oh man, this package. All right, Tugi, what are you? Seed number 15, right? Let's go to the green placards, 15. Because they're big cheaters? Oh my god, you think? All right, dog. What are the first 5 pieces? Do you know the first 5 pieces? Okay, L then or I then J or L then J. All right, if they are, dude. If they are, oh, you are wrecked. You'll be so owned right now. What are we looking for? L then J. Looks like lowercase. Okay. 860D27, 867, 860D27. They're both good. All right. Classic Tetris Monthly Masters event, top 16, green bracket, dog versus Tugi. The winner goes to the top 8 in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. This is an L then a J, and dog is cooked. Nope. S then Z. Confirmed not cheating. On the left side of your screen, it is dog playing Tetris, who, I don't know, am I allowed to give spoilers here? I mean, it's an event in the past. It's a sporting event. You can see it on your screen. There's a 10 next to his name, and any observant person is going to see that number is incremented from the last time we saw you. So yeah, dog is the reigning Mega Masters champion. Just, was it about 10 days ago? Something like that, a week? Whatever. Dog won our annual championship. It is now a Mega Masters winner and a 10-time CTM winner. Overall, that puts him second on the overall wins list for CTM majors, open play style tournaments. One behind Corian, who is at 11, and he's all by himself now. He was tied with Fractal for a long time. Or actually just a few months, because he won no cap. But now Dog now in the lead. 125, by the way, for Dog. 100 for Dog. So if he can win this month, he'll be tied with Corian, which is like unbelievable. I never thought it would happen. Anyway, Dog qualified in with a 1.08 million into seed number 2 from the USA. 29.4 million PB. That is a world record. It happened during his gym rebirth game. He's the 8th game crasher. He's got those 10 CTM wins. He was your back-to-back champion in CTWC in 2020 and 2021. Second last year. That's Dog. You could say a lot about Dog, but yeah, that's enough. On the right side, it is Tugi, seed number 15 with a 1.38 million qualifier. Tugi is from Austria. He's got a 2.27 million PB. That's like roughly 1/9 of Dog's PB, which is totally crazy. All right, there's a Tetris for Tugi, 218 for him. Tugi's PB is about 37th on the overall list. He was the winner of the he's the winner of CT DAS Test Tournament in 2022. He's been in the Masters event a few times. He was 4th in CTWC's DAS Championship in 2022, top 8 in 2023, a gold bracket player 4 out of the last 5 years. He was top 8 in Classic Tetris European Championship in the online years. Also played in the Austria event in 2024 and 2025. 269 for Tugi, 292 for Dog. And by the way, Dog also a 2-time DAS Master, just to know more about Dog, because he's 2-time DAS Masters winner, including the reigning DAS Masters winner. So he's united the belts. We need to come up with more tournaments to see how many that Dog can be the active winner of at the same time. I guess he's the reigning no-cap champion as well, if you want to give him that. Do we have a no-cap champion? I guess so. 295 for Dog, 332 for Tugi. Longbar gets over for Tugi, though, 324. 355 for Dog. Tugi was the host of the super popular Community Chronicles interview podcast show thing, whatever it is. Acclaimed. Oh, was it award winning? Can I say award winning? 371 for Tugi, 400 for Dog. Great Tugi with a nice burn. DJ Mr. Boro on YouTube says the Tugi Improve Your DAS video is awesome. I'm gonna have to go rewatch it. I think I watched that a bit ago. That's been online for a while. If we're thinking of the same video, and I did like that video, and I'm gonna go rewatch that. But look up Tugi Tugi Improve Your DAS on YouTube. .477 Tugi, 497 Dog, 20,000 point difference. Tugi ahead by 3 lines. Tugi, your former DAS world record holder. He is number 2 on the current DAS list, but now a roller, or at least he's got, rolling in his arsenal. 485 for Tugi. 555 for Dog. He's on 19 now. Dog gets a Tetris, 579. Long bar down. Tetris, Tugi into 19 at 511. Tetris, Tugi. Yeah, both of these players basically score world record holders at one point. Dog still is. Tugi was. That's now Mark Migas. Although, if you want to see Mark's game, well, you can't see it. It is not online. So Tugi's still the highest DAS one literally on record is Tugi's now. 550. Unless somebody has saved marks, people should probably be saving these things offline. I mean, we're going to leave it up to, you know, the vagaries of people leaving their stuff online. It's kind of dicey. We assume everybody wants to, but not everybody wants to. 562 for Tugi, 655 for Dog. There's a Tetris Dog, 684. All right, Tugi with some cleanup to do. There's a bunch of rows of garbage over the right side where there's a 3 deep well at the bottom waiting. 581 for Tugi, 772 now, 802 for Dog. So Dog right now with a 220,000 point lead. Tugi is set up for a dirty and gets it. 616 for him, 833 for Dog. Tetris Tugi, 684. 904 for Dog. Dog with a Tetris, 948 on 27. 754 for Tugi on 27. Dog is 8 lines ahead, though. So Tugi does have some lines in hand, which if, you know, he can close the gap a little bit and get, you know, maybe if we get these games to, or this game to 39, could be a factor. But Tugi with a little misdrop there, that's going to slow him down when he really can't afford to slow down too much. A55 for Dog. He gets a Tetris. He's on 29. 798 for Tugi. Tetris for Tugi, 833. One more into 29 at 869. It was about a 227,000 point lead for Dog. Dog gets a Tetris at B35. Tugi underrolls that T and kind of underrolling a square as well. All right, he's working on it. 887 Tetris for Dog, C15. Dog just humming along here. And that's going to be a top out for Tugi on level 30 at 887. And Dog, you are good in game number 1. I like this new green color. I got to admit, the old green color is kind of leaving me uninspired, and I'm seeing this new green color, and I like this new green color. I don't necessarily like all the new colors, you know, the versions of the colors for the thing, but I do like this green a lot. This green is better, says Dog. Thank you. I'm sure Tugi disagrees. All right, let's see. New pieces, CAD896. Andrew Meep says, not gonna lie, did not expect the intentional top out. Dog is not one to do these, you know, he doesn't stat chase as much. Like if there's an intentional top out, he'll take it. The guy's got a 29.4 million. And he wasn't like pacing for world record there, so there really wasn't going to get him anything. And yeah, actually, even if he transitioned, that pace would have gone down. I think his stats. So it makes sense. CAD 896, CAD 896. That's like Canadian dollars 896. All right, both players ready. Game number 2. Dog is up 1 game to none. So that is 2 consecutive games with a like Z and an S. I don't remember the order, but as the opener. And believe it or not, folks, I'm probably going to make another change to the CTM layout. Like the actual play layout. I can't help tinkering. And I like the new one so much. I hope you guys will like it too, but I think it's some of my best work. 49,000 for Dog, 70,000 for Tugi. And I think we'll do it in June. But it might take it's going to take a little bit of extra effort to make these every month, but I think it'll be worth it. 744 for Tugi, 98,000 for Dog. There's a Tetris Tugi. We're just we're one line apart in score and lines. Thanks for putting on the RWB, Vandy. The RWB. What is the RWB? I don't know what that is. $169 Tugi, $148 for Dog. Red, white, and blue. I put on the red, white, and blue. What? Oh. Okay, Tugi with that S flat up high. Kind of cheeky, but... Okay, that bar's... Oh my God, two great pieces now. Just could he get one more or a couple more great pieces? Can he? Please, game, can you give the bar... There it is. All right, so Tugi, sometimes people say, oh, that's great RNG, but, these players can do... Like, they're just so skilled that every time they do anything, it just looks like RNG because they have multiple options and, backup plans and things they can do. So it's not fair, like, all right, yeah, I got two perfect pieces right there, but two other pieces would have looked like perfect pieces too, These players are so good. And Tugi, one of the best stackers. Do you mean the player's field colors screen? Yeah, that's level 18, Vizamp, but Vizamp knows that. But you're welcome. I mean, I'll take any credit I can get these days, believe me. Even if it's not real. Okay, Tetris for Tugi. He's going to underroll that Z to the left. He's going to chuck a long bar, build out that left around it. He's got a Tetris setup here. We'll see how he handles it. It's blocked, but he's set up again. If he can get a quick bar, he resets. Dog with all kinds of spiry, overbuilt left weirdness with gaps in the middle. We'll see. We are getting droughted. Oh, a skim and wasn't even a skim really. He got Tetris ready with that T. And then got the dirty Tetris for Tugi. Still not out of the woods yet. So you guys thought I was going to say skim and a Tetris, but I pulled it back. Andrew Meep says, whoever wins this bracket faces Dangler in the semis. Yeah, that's a rough draw. I mean, really, once you get to this point in any of our tournaments any month, there's just no easy outs. All right, Tugi, I think, with either an under roll or an over roll. Not sure on that. Z, I think probably an over. I think probably an under. Made like a second effort to get it over there. Anyway, 416 for Tugi. Tetris Dog 418. They are basically tied in score, pretty close in lines. Tetris Tugi, 4 lines to go until 19, and both players kind of under pacing relative to where you'd want to be. That, of course, RNG was kind of a thing, and both players had kind of jacked up boards for a while. So Tugi's into 19 at 466. Tetris Dog 488. There's one Tugi 492. Dog back by 4 lines, back by 4,000 points. So we're still close, but Dog slightly more efficient. All right, Tetris for Dog. Long bar Tugi Tetris 542. Does this even matter when Crystal Palace won the FA Cup? Oh, Tugi kind of extra spin, or maybe was trying to, I think he's trying to set up the 5 below, and now this is going to just domino into a really rough sequence here, and Dog with that line clear is going to surpass Tugi just as Tugi was topping out. So I think that was a 5 below that kind of underrolled somehow. So that is tough. But Dog going to take game number 2, go up 2 games to none. New pieces for the 2. I don't know what Crystal Palace is. I don't know what the FA Cup is. I don't know what any of that is. You should have players put their camera like how Dog does, so you don't have to mess where they're facing. No, actually, I disagree. I don't mind messing with their facing. And in fact, putting the camera off angle like that actually allows them to get hands in the thing, which is good. And putting it dead on like that seems like players are less able to put hands in. So I'm gonna go ahead. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go ahead and disagree on that one. Okay, looks like both players are ready. I'm eating a cashew. Okay. How do I count down? There it is. Game number 3. Dog is up 2 games to none. Tugi needs to win to stay in. I know, I'm eating a cashew. Can you imagine? I just wanted a cashew. I mean, what? There's some mineral that is abundant in cashews, and maybe I have a deficiency in because I was just craving a cashew. Oh, Summerby, you were joking? Oh, I thought you were pretty upset about cashews. All right, Dog trying to keep that well open. Tugi with a Tetris 49,000 long bar in Tetris Dog. He's got a gap right in the middle of his board, kind of like his board had a belly button there. Right, he's bringing it down. I feel like cashews are kind of, people trash cashews. People are like, oh yeah, I like vegetables and I like eat a lot of nuts, and people are like, oh, that's great. What's your favorite nut? And you go like cashew. They go, oh, like that's the unhealthiest of the nuts. Like it's the trash nut. Like it's candy. 109 for Dog, 165 for Tugi. Wikipedia says copper, manganese, phosphorus, magnesium, thiamine, B6, vitamin K. All right, well, maybe I need manganese. $212 for Tugi, 174. Summer Beast says cashews are healthy. Well, yeah, I hang out in these keto spaces, you know, and they're usually like, oh, you know, you can eat all the nuts, just don't eat cashews because they're higher in carbs. $235 for Tugi, $199 for Dog. Edward P.O. I don't want to know that. I don't want to know that, Edward P.O. Is this Edward or P.O.? $258 for Tugi, $244 for Dog. Tugi, Tetris. He's already got another one waiting. Dog covered well, can't use a bar for its intended purpose. There's another Tetris, Tugi, 305, 246. It's Poe. Got it. I like knowing who. You know, is it Edward or Poe? That's a shared account. There's like people that have shared accounts. Like, I don't know, I guess I'm still on Facebook because of like high school people that I want to spy on. But it's always funny when they've got shared accounts, like, and they put the two names glued together in the first name field. You know? Like Robin Nicole. Like, that's their name. Robin Nicole. Like, why do they do that? Okay, Tugi. Okay, there's a great long bar. There's a great L piece. There's a great J piece. And Tugi very quickly out of trouble. Gets a Tetris 409. 406 for Dog. You admired how the commentator maintained professionalism by ignoring that stupid message of you. Oh, where you said your favorite nut is D's Kappa. Yeah, I did ignore that. I wouldn't say that on our broadcast. That is something I would not want to say. 415 for Tugi, 433 for Dog. I said it out loud. Oh my God, Summer B. What the heck? 456 for Dog. He chucks a long bar in the middle. It's good for, I think, a double, but his board a little jacked up. Okay, a skim and a Tetris for Dog. Dirty, 483. 448 for Tugi. And a couple Tetris to Tugi, 476. Both players, reasonable board. Tugi, like, very built on that left side, which would make sense. You can keep that left side, you know, nice and full and just put all the squares there. Especially where Tugi appears in the first two games to have had some issues kind of underrolling those pieces. If you can just build out columns 1 and 2, that's like insurance against doing that. So it makes sense. 547, Tugi, 552 for Dog. Long bar over, Tetris, Dog. Dog approves of his own Tetris. Nods. Yes, I like that. Okay, Dog 3 lines away from 19. Long bar over, Tetris getting a little adjusty there right on the 19 entry, but he's in. Tetris, Tugi, 623. Another Tetris, Tugi, 648, 673 for Dog. Dog 5 lines behind and ahead in score by about 20 something. Tetris, Dog, 700. Tugi holding out for the bar, not taking the burns, trying to avoid the burns, forced into one. Okay, long bar over Tetris. Z doesn't get all the way over, so but he's already got a Tetris buried. So now it's low enough. Tugi can deal with this. Dog with some gaps now. It's going to slow him down. Tugi now in the lead, but also ahead in lines by like 10. Now at level 29, that speed is going to increase here in open playstyle tournaments. That is playable theoretically by our players, but not easy. All right, Dog trying to figure all this out. Tugi set up for a dirty. Square goes in. A skim and a Tetris. Dirty for Tugi. And a lot of 7s on the board. And Tetris for Dog, 787. All right, so now they're kind of tied in lines. Dog with about a 35,000 point lead. Tetris is on 24. Should be worth, 30,000? It's like I gotta do 24 plus 1 times 1,200. I'm not a math guy. I'm doing my best, which is not great, but I'm trying. Tetris for Dog, 916, 878 for Tugi. That Z did not get all the way to the left. So it's going to cause some extra burning, which is inefficient. Of course, against a player like Dog, who just, put on that pace, that's tough. But Tugi hanging here, 948, 984 for Dog. 2 lines apart. Oh, double flip of the bar for Dog, but he's going to clean it up very quickly and get a Tetris. He's got a max out. He's on level 27. Their captures on 27 look way different. Hey, skimming a Tetris for Tugi. He's got the max out. A20 Dog at A54, 34,000 points apart. It's almost exactly a Tetris's worth of points. Okay, Tugi would love to find a way to clear this away and get one more Tetris for 29. He does. A69 Tugi, B36 Dog. They're in 29 now. 100 lines until the level 39 super kill screen kicks in. Dog with a Tetris, B83. He's got a 100,000 point lead. Tugi setting up. Try not to overcommit. Taking that stack down. Long bar over Tetris Tugi. B27. There's a center well for Dog, CO2. All right. Tugi trying to just keep this flat again. Not overcommit. Long bar over Tetris Tugi, B75. C44 for Dog. Dog is set up again. Has to take it down with a triple. Oh, Tugi not going to be able to get that J in. That's going to slow him down a little bit. C28, he's within 80,000 of Dog. And Tetris is here now worth about 40,000. So it's about 2 Tetris's worth. Dog is set up. Skims away a few pieces on that right side, waiting for the bar. Tugi's board starting to complicate and climb, but he brings it down very quickly. Look at that. Huge for Tugi, C59. They're pretty tied in lines. A couple Tetrises here for Dog now. He's got E1. That is a 1.4. Tugi still with a 1.2. 180,000 points back. Tugi was trying to set up center well, and it put kind of a big red F on his screen, which he's digging down. And Tugi, despite all the misdrops, really staying close to Dog and great recovery. Another Tetris Dog, F70, 11 lines to go. He's into level 38 now. And Tugi setting up dirty, gets a long bar over Tetris dirty for Tugi, D64. And Tetris for Dog on 39. He got 335 lines. Tugi is into 39. A double super kill screen. Tugi with the 1.37. Dog with the 1.67. 300,000 point difference. So let me tell you something. Gutsy performance from Tugi, because there are a lot of little misdrops on the left side, like under rolls. And he just stayed with it and got it to level 39. And the 1.3, actually really impressive just how many times he had to survive. So really, really good game for Tugi. And of course, Dog just rolling. He's just on a roll. So GG's to you, Dog. GG's Tugi. Hope to see you again, Tugi. And he did great. Okay, we've got another matchup. In fact, we have 2 more matchups. Tugi, you are dismissed. Go to your thing. Dog, you stay close, because you're going to play the winner of this next match, which is going to be SV versus Dekk. We will be right back. Okay. Josh says cashews are my favorite nut too. So Sue just came home. Don't tell her I'm eating a package of cashews. Because you know what happens? We go to Costco and they sell these boxes where you get these like individual packs of like almonds, peanuts, or cashews. And the cashews are the most popular and most delicious of that trio. So of course, when I grab one, I always grab the cashews, and then Sue's like, "Oh, they're we seem to not have a lot of cashews. We got a lot of almonds and peanuts left." I'm like, "Oh, I don't know why that is. Why is that?" Andrew Healy said, "Did Van Dweller actually live in a van at some point, or is it some inside joke?" No, yeah, I did sleep in a van. I don't know if I lived in it, but I slept in it. And in a Honda Fit, actually. And really, I slept in 2 vans. Adam Healy with the question. Now, Adam, did we satisfy you that the keyboard players are not cheating yet? Adam was the guy on YouTube that was very skeptical of the keyboard. Adam, I've been running this tournament for 8 years. I assure you, they are not cheating. We have had keyboard. We've had mouse cheating in the past, but it was we detected it. But I assure you, Adam, Aqua 2 is legit, and we've seen the hands and all that kind of stuff. How did you detect mouse cheating? Don't worry about it, Evesy. We're not going to air our dirty laundry here on the mainstream, okay? That's right, luring it out with cheese, indeed. Don't worry, Adam Healy. We're good. All right, good. So Adam Healy has now come full circle. Is now a sane member of the classic Tetris community, and not an insane one. So congratulations. Okay, let's go ahead and get these players their pieces. The Honda Fit is very spacious inside, and it's very flexible inside as well. But like it's like you can seats up, seats down, seats left, seats right, half the seats up, half the seats down. It's very flexible setup inside. BC 7741. But usually, Adam, you gotta understand, that's what usually happens. Like, I've been doing this 8 years or whatever, 7-8 years, and we see this all the time where somebody you've never heard of comes in, and their first comment is like, "I know that this guy's cheating, and you guys who've been here for 5 to 8 years have no idea." Like you gotta whenever you enter a new community, start interacting, just sit back a little, watch the vibe. Don't rush in with your hot takes. Just be like, all right, I'm feeling it out. You know what I mean? That's how you got to in life. Whenever you enter a new community, just like sit back and just kind of get the vibe. That's what I would say. Oh, I just got into stamp collecting. I'm gonna rush into a stamp collecting Discord and go, "Look at me, guys! I know all these stamps are fake." Like, you don't want to do that. All right, I'm choking on the cashew. Oh, I said I'm choking on the cashew. I muted myself, and then when I said I'm choking on the cashew, Sue heard me and she said, "Good." She wants me to die for eating cashews. That's not nice. BC 7741. Have you considered a Type B tournament where people have to clear the checkerboard pieces the fastest? I like that idea. It could be something we do just as a fun. I mean, B-Type will be a feature of Stupid Tetris Monthly. All right, looks like both players are ready. I think they're both on seed, so let's assume they are, and let's get them counted down. CTM Masters event, top 16, Aqua, teal bracket, whatever you want to call it. It's starting now. SV and Dekk in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. On the left side of your screen, it is SV, seed number 7 from the UK. He's a former CTM Masters event winner. That was back in January of 2023. Qualified in with a 1.59 million. That was the average of his best 2 scores played in a 60-minute qualifying period. Got an overall PB of 5.98 million. That's good for about 14th on the overall PB leaderboard. And was ranked number 11 in the most recent Premier poll. That is a ranking of the best Tetris players, a survey of Tetris broadcasters and journalists and historians. You can go to Premier Poll with an E at the end.com. And let me refresh one of our streams because, you know, it's SV stream and this is what we do. All right, 98,000 for SV, 84,000 for Dekk. SV was the winner of one of the CTM PAL tournaments that I believe Pumpy Heart ran back in the day. Also won Classic Tetris PAL event in 2022 at Challenger Circuit in October. Was top 8 in Mega Masters 2023. Played in all of the Mega Masters. SV was in the top 8. Actually, yeah, it was in the top 8 last month as well in our championship. 199 for Dekk, 154 for SV. So 2 top 8 finishes in Mega Masters for SV. When I made these info slides, Mega Masters was not over yet. 156 for SV, 222 for Dekk. SV getting up pretty high here, but oh, that's a great L piece for that right side. Opens up the dirty well and gets the bar in. And SV just a couple of pieces away from uncovering that right side and does. SV also was top 16 in the last 2 CTWC gold brackets. Went out to Dog in both, and Dog is a potential future opponent in this bracket and was the winner of CT UK last year and second back-to-back in the Austria events. On the right side, it is Dekk, who after I refresh SV again, who I will talk about. 236 for SV, 298 for Dekk. So anyway, players obviously do keep playing. If you have any internet issues, and we'll sort it out, but you just keep playing. But yeah, SV is back. Hopefully SV has a fully charged phone today. Somehow I doubt it. Anyway, on the right side, it is Dekk 367. Dekk qualified in with a 1.47 million. Got a 1-round bye in virtue of that top 16 qualifier. That was our highest qualifier ever. Defeated Wallbant in round 2 to get here to this top 16 match. Dekk from the USA has a lot of players have an alternate account that they do their competitive matches on. And Dekk's is level 39 super kill screen. That is the name of the Twitch account. Has a PB of 2.01 million. That's good for 44th on the overall leaderboard. Is a future circuit winner, a hopeful circuit winner. Played in Mega Masters the last 2 years. In fact, back to back has improved her qualifying ranking in all, in CTM. Last month was an improvement, and this month is an improvement. So pretty good. Dekk played in the gold bracket at CTWC in 2024 and is wearing, of course, the Weezer shirt that we all enjoy so much. $517 for Dekk. Dekk made it into the top 16 of Mega Masters last month. 505 for SV. So a great run for Dekk, who started in round 2 of that 64 player tournament. Both players are into 19 now. 564, 530 for SV. Dekk defeated Peak and Allenbot, but eventually went or succumbed to the power of Sidnev, who of course was a finalist in Mega Masters. And if you're gonna lose in a tournament, lose to somebody who makes the finals, right? At least your pedigree is somehow your provenance is still intact, right? That's my philosophy. 590 for SV, 622 for Dekk. All right, Dekk with that great T-piece, building out that left side, skimming on the right. $635 for Dekk, $648 for SV. Dekk gets the Tetris, so they're kind of just trading this lead back and forth. But a little bit of a slowdown here on SV side. Gets a long bar over to fill out that left. Tetris for Dekk, 721, 689 for SV. Another Tetris SV, 721 is our borrow here. $783 Dekk, $751 SV. SV with the Tetris, $782. 4 lines apart. And when the lines are tied now, Dekk with about a 33,000 point lead. It's about 1 Tetris worth of points. I'm not usually one to, as you all know, take polls or let people vote on things, but I am willing to do this, all right? Our borrow informed me that this color is not really aqua, and it's more like pretty much like dead on teal. And right now I'm calling it aqua bracket. Should I change it from aqua or, leave it as aqua or change it to teal? All right. Let me refresh SV. Okay. 992 SV, 866 for Dekk. SV like 10 lines ahead right now. So press 1 if you want to keep it the name Aqua, which I still think it's kind of aqua-ish. And 2 if you want me to change it to the teal bracket. All right. 1 for aqua, 2 for teal. And it'll be binding. A78 SV, A11 for Dekk, both players on 29 and beyond. SV into level 30. Now, we refreshed SV, could be stream delay, something like that. Oh, he's trying to survive here. But SV at 250 lines, Dekk at 242. SV's board climbing. Ninja Nuttin says Aqua sounds more friendly. All right, you guys are like talking about it, but talk isn't going to do it. You got 1 or 2. All right, Dekk bringing her stack down, and SV has brought his stack down. SV's board was a total mess, and now it is like a great looking board here on 29. B40 for him, A69 for Dekk. I honestly was starting to look at, okay, I don't know. I thought SV was done. Okay, he's bringing it down again. And you can see why SV won a Masters event. I mean, this is insane. Oh no, that's going to be a top out for SV at B53. So Dekk has about 47 lines to try to get to B54. That is the target. There's a Tetris, and Dekk is now 10,000 points away. Like a triple, basically, does it. Oh no. Okay, 5,000 points. How can Dekk do this? Longbar gets over. Needs to eke out one more line clear. Oh no, that's going to be a top out for Dekk. And SV barely survives. Oh my goodness. What the heck? A line clear on 35. So that was what, about a 1,500 point difference? What was that? A line clear on 35 is worth 1,440 points. So like a single, like basically gets her that. I don't know the exact difference. Oh wait, there it was, 51,700, 53,400. So it like two singles or one double. Oh my word. That is crazy. And so you can see like how big that survival is from SV. Like that survival for him, that downstacking won it. That is just crazy. I don't know who Balotelli is, but wow. Okay, SV is up 1-0. Players, I'm going to give you pieces, but feel free to, you know, whatever you got to do, center yourself, take deep breaths. I'm going to eat a cashew. Sue, do you want cashew? She's not talking to me now. She's mad about cashews. Okay, the pieces are here. 47AAD8, 47AAD8. DJ Mr. Bros on Team Sue. All right, I gotta go scroll back. And it looks like the twos. It looks like the twos. And Dan V, you know, Hana, Evesy, these are influential people, and the ones are coming from more fan level, and the twos are coming more from the organizer and helper. So I think I got to go with teal. I think, well, let me count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 twos. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ones. All right, both players are ready. Let's get them started in game 2. Then I got to check YouTube because YouTube is in. Oh, and there's way more ones on YouTube. So actually the ones, it's like very pro one on YouTube, and it's slightly pro teal on Twitch. What the heck? Why would there be that division? Just mix them and call it Aqua or Tiqua. I don't know what to do. I mean, I think I gotta go. Adam Healy demands a recount. RXS says YouTube viewers don't know what teal is. I mean, teal is the color of, you know, that. That's the color. Okay, Dirty Tetris SV 77,000, 95,000 for Dekk. Teal is like a worse word by far, so I actually like aqua. Evesy says our opinion is worth more, not gonna lie. Well, thank you. First off, thank you for not lying. I appreciate your honesty. Honesty is important. So in this situation, when I would expect you to lie, you didn't. And thank you. 153 for SV, 147 for Dekk. Your name color is aqua. Zook says it's definitely not aqua colored. It's dark aqua. Steel says it's definitely teal. Okay. 174 for Dekk, 177 for SV. This is what Minecraft calls aqua? Well, there is the Minecraft factor, guys. I didn't know that before, but this changes everything. 245 for SV, 220 for Dekk. Are we voting on the color or which name you prefer? Yeah, which name? I've been told this is like straight up, you know, in color canon, this is teal, but I called it aqua because I basically took aqua and made it a little darker so that the letters and numbers would show up better. 293 for SV, 312 for Dekk. Steel CE says aqua sounds like baby talk. Does it? It sounds like something a baby would say. Aqua? I never said aqua as a baby, as far as I know. 320 for Dekk, 362 for SV. On your screen, it's pound 008887, which is dark aqua. Turquoise. Oh boy. All right, Deck's board pretty high here. Takes a burn that covers it well, uncovers. And yeah, cannot find a well-timed bar. Of course, you know, you cover, the bar comes. That's Tetris. Welcome to Tetris. Okay, Dekk trying to keep this open. SV brings his board down, 464. Dekk gonna open up that right side, and I feel the long bar. I feel it. And where is it? No, she's gonna take it down with another triple, and yeah, just cannot find the bars well timed. And that's gonna be a top out for Dekk. Just there were a couple of bars in there, but just could not get them when the well was open. And now SV going through that same drought, but it doesn't matter because he was already ahead and goes up 2-0. Just make it turquoise so everyone's mad. Well, that's true. Let me see. Is teal just dark aqua? AI says teal is not just dark aqua, but it can be considered a darker, more muted version of aqua. So teal is a type of aqua? If that's the case, then it's fine. Teal leans more toward green and aqua leans more toward blue. Uh-oh. I think we gotta go teal. Pieces are here. Oh, I was like chewing on mic. The pieces are here. F193A6. When you're ready, players. If only we had some sort of blue player who could opine. Yeah, this is closer to green. Plus, the whole point is it's in the green bracket, right? So I wanted to give a color that was close to, related to. So maybe I got to go teal. Okay. Looks like both players are ready. Let's get them started. Game number 3. SV is up 2 games to none. Dekk needs to win to stay in. I'm sure that one guy who doesn't like when I say anything, I'm sure he's loving this conversation right now. Okay, we are underway. I think I have to call it teal, guys. I think I have to do it. Okay. SV still searching for Tetris number 1 here in game number 3. Dekk already with like 3 of them. I mean, teal is my favorite color. This was the color of my Honda Fit. And reason tells us, you know, that this is that you should just call things by their right name, right? Yeah, whatever you do, don't call it cyan, says Zook. I hate that word. You're voting for Turk, Turq. Oh, SV does not get that S all the way to the right side. And now he does need to get something over, and that is a bar. And it gets over and he tucks it back. Did you see that? Oh, my word. He rolled it over and rolled it back. Like 5 tap to the left and 1 tap back, rolling it. I mean, how do you do that? That just seems crazy. Like, I'm sure he's like, yeah, I do this every day. It's fine. But to me, it just seems crazy. Aquamarine. Oh, is that a line spin from Dekk? I saw a bar like go over there and then just disappear. 223. So Dekk really wants to win, getting line spins. All right. See, this is the thing. I have to not ask questions when Dekk is playing because Dekk will answer the questions. I keep forgetting that. Dekk will be, and then I'll distract Dekk, and then it'll be my fault. So I have to be careful not to ask any questions that Dekk knows the answer to. 143 for SV, Tetris 166, 292 for Dekk. There is one more match after this one, folks. The winner of this match will take on Dog playing Tetris. Really I guess kind of the undisputed CTM champion right now is the one Mega Masters like a week ago or 10 days ago, whatever. Also the reigning DAS Masters champion. He's united the belts, and then the winner of this has got to take him on. Tetris for Dekk, 419, 273 for SV. El Peltum, excited about that spin tuck adjustment that I think I missed. Because I'm looking up hex codes, man. We have to solve this now. But no, I think I got to go teal bracket. We'll call it Aqua for the rest of this tournament, but so one of these players could be, because these are the last two Aqua players. This could be the last, one of these players will be the last Aqua player. So I think that's like, isn't that a special Discord role? 340 for SV, 479 for Dekk. Yeah, the last Aqua standing. Tetris for Dekk on 19, 510. 390 for SV. What is the official name of the color of the Honda Fit that you had? Oh, that's a good question. Look up, I'm not going to look it up now, but somebody look up 2012 Honda Fit colors, and then you'll know which one it is. Somebody can look it up. I think it's like cool blue. I don't know. It was closer to blue maybe than to green, though. But as it aged and cured, it went greener. 595 for Dekk, 499 for SV. Blue raspberry. Yeah, that's what it was. Blue raspberry. Should I call this the blue raspberry bracket? 679 from Dekk, 555 for SV. Tetris for SV, 594. 710 now, 739 for Dekk. Dekk is ahead by 140,000 points, back by 4 lines. So advantage so far for Dekk in this game. Right when she needs it. Vandy, what did you drive in the 90s? My first car was a 1984 Buick Regal that I bought for $1,300. 777 for Dekk, 645 for SV. My second car was a 1990 Honda Accord that I bought off my college roommate. $816 for Dekk. Tetris goes down. $850. See, here's the problem. I answer too many of these questions, and it's like, are you guys trying to guess all my security questions for my bank? Is that what it is? Like, what am I going to use for security questions? Like, what is the color of your first car? It was a white 1984 Buick Regal. 787 for SV. 923 for Dekk. Dekk with the oversized Vits, the uncozy Vits, so obviously you got to clear that away. SV is into 29 at 825. All right, don't get Summer B started on AI. $840 for SV on level 30. Dekk has the max out on 29. Okay, Tetris for Dekk, B00. Good board here for SV, 871. Dekk's middle of the board. Kind of oh no, that long bar is a kind of unwelcome friend at that moment. And that's going to be a top out for Dekk and a top out for SV at the same time. And Dekk is good and takes game number 3. So Dekk trying to start a little comeback run. SV saying, can I get any bars when I need them, please? BFDE 2D. I almost choked on those cashews like 3 times. I think just out of guilt, you know, I'm like, I shouldn't be eating someone else's cashews. And maybe I didn't feel fully committed to swallowing them for some reason. And I was tentative in getting them down and they stuck. Guys, it's not worth it, you know? It's not worth it. Be honest with your cashews. Cashews are the best nuts, says random name YouTube. Okay. Yeah, what is it? What is blue raspberry? Like, how is that even a flavor? Blue raspberry. All right. I had to pin my own seed. Yeah, I think YouTube was talking about yeah, blue raspberry dum-dums are delicious. Reminds you of Rocket Pops. What is blue raspberry? Like, what does that even mean? BFDE2D. All right, both players are ready. It's game number 4. SV up 2-1. Dekk looking to win to force a deciding game 5. It's blue and raspberry. Yeah, but what does that mean? What is just blue flavor? What is that? Blue raspberry? It's raspberry but bluer? Do you think they were trying to create like artificial blueberry? And they're like, well, it doesn't taste like blueberry, but it tastes pretty good. I just call it blue raspberry. Like, what is the story behind blue raspberry? That's not a flavor. The flavor is raspberry, but the color is blue. Oh, so do you think to like make... So they probably were working on a raspberry flavor, but there's so many red flavors. Or strawberry and cherry, and all the other red flavors that they wanted to have a blue popsicle. And it was probably like 1940 and like raspberries probably weren't even in the city at that then. Nobody knows what a raspberry looks like anyway. And we'll just call it blue raspberry. That's probably what happened. They just needed a blue flavor that was not blueberry because blueberry is a very distinctive flavor. That's my guess. Oh, Dekk not going to be able to get that S or that Z all the way to the left. Oh my god. All right, everybody. Okay. Dekk trying to bring this down. Actually set up one row off the bottom now. All right, Zook with the copy paste. All about blue raspberries. So if you want to learn about it, twitch.tv/monthly Tetris is where to learn about it. 228 for SV, 210 for Dekk. Oh, Summerby, thank you. And you got the order of those events correct as well. So thank you, Summerby. $259 for Dekk, $253 for SV. Oh, a column 8 long bar placement for Dekk. All right, here's the long bar, 350 for Dekk, 271 for SV. Oh, RXS. That's right. If you want to advertise tinyurl.com/CT biweekly, then you gotta kick in the prize pool or use super chat. But yeah, I don't really trust tinyurl, honestly, because people can put. I trust you, but I never click on like tinyurl or Bitly or anything like that. Not anymore. So when you say CT biweekly, does that mean it happens like 2 times a week or every other week? Or is it weekly and then that bi means something else? 453 for Dekk, 416. Yeah, is that weekly or every other week? It's a little ambiguous. Because if it's weekly, it means something else entirely. 476 for Dekk, 439 for SV. Yeah, fortnightly. Why don't you be CT fortnightly? Because then that's funny. That gives you all kinds of like Fortnite memes and things like that. I think that's the better word. And it's not ambiguous. Like, you should just lean into that Fortnite thing. That's funny. 451 for SV, 550 for Dekk. All right, Tetris for Dekk, 601, 476 for SV. You change it for, you should just keep it. It doesn't have to be called Fortnite like the game, but it's kind of funny. And people will remember it. And it lends itself to memes. And that's like the number one criteria. 680 for Dekk. Tetris for SV, 606. Both are on 21. They're one line apart. Dekk up about 75,000 points. Tetris is on 21. Are worth 26,400, so it's a little under 3 Tetris lead. Tetris Dekk 749. There's one for SV 691. Another Tetris SV 720. All right, Z spin. Tucking a Tetris for SV 751. And Dekk's covered well is giving SV a chance to close this gap. And now, same line count, he's back only by 4,000 points. So kind of a costly sequence, and that is what happens in high-level Tetris, just like, 10 or 15 lines of burning, and the whole complexion of this game changes. Tetris for Dekk, 879, 874. The Vits for SV, the true Vits, and the Tetris, 906 in the lead. Dekk's board a little too blocky, and so ends up taking a couple of burns here, and yeah, not getting bars and all that kind of stuff. Oh no, that T to the left had a burn and took it. Now needs to get a bar to the left, and does. And SV now, not with a great board, but not super dangerous yet. But that's going to slow SV down. Dekk is in a slowdown. Oh, there's a great triple for Dekk. That's going to help out a lot. He uncovers that right side. And there's a nice tuck, and now just waiting out the bar. Long bar over Tetris. Dekk into 29 at 970. A skimming at Tetris. Got the max out on Dekk side. Another Tetris, A44. Tetris for SV into 29 at 986. Dekk is set up, undershifts that Z piece. Long bar gets in for a Tetris. How much longer can she survive here, though, with that high center? A95 is the top out for Dekk. The target for SV is irrelevant because SV was topping out, and Dekk has tied it up, and we're going to a deciding game number 5. I'm going to put the pieces in the chat right now, but players, you can take, obviously, if moment to warm up or cool down or ding diddly hoo-ha, whatever you need to do. FB6591, those are the pieces. D cider versus D apple juice. All right, SV complaining about his joints. Your hands are dying. Oh no, SV. That sucks. You gotta take that turmeric, right? With some of that turmeric and some apple cider vinegar, it'll do a lot. I do get a little autoimmune. I have a few autoimmune things. One of them, I occasionally do get joint stuff. Occasionally, take turmeric. It actually does help. Okay, the pieces are FB6591. Turmeric and apple cider vinegar. Well, you water it down. You got to water it down. You know, I water it down. 7-to-1 ratio water to apple cider vinegar. It's about right. Wait, 7-to-1? Or is that? It's been a few months since I did it. What do I do? 7-to-1? Oh, I'm totally blanking. Yeah, that is what I do. Because I'll put like... Yeah. That's what I do. I don't want to burn my mouth. But, you know, you check with your doctor. Let me see if there are any giveaways to do while we're here. Orders. Oh, what? Okay. This is the second time we are doing a giveaway because people have not redeemed it. They're just not redeeming it. So I'm redoing a giveaway right now. And you know our rules. If you don't redeem it by the end of the stream, you're toast. And so this was not redeemed, and now it's going to be redeemed. Exclamation point join, people. And get a dumb shirt. Please let this be my time. I need a Tetris shirt for a tournament from 3 years ago. All right, looks like both players are ready. I'm going to check the seed, but I shouldn't have to. These players are good. Okay. It is time to determine a winner. Whoever wins this will be the last Aqua player in CTM ever. And they'll get a special Discord role, so you really want to win this one. Let's go. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. We're changing it to teal. We're going teal. Exclamation point join if you want to get in on the giveaway on Twitch, and make sure you redeem it during this stream, because otherwise it'll be re-gifted again. $30,000 for Dekk as we begin game number 5, 71 SV. Players is getting Tetrises here. People love that S flat. I totally missed it. The problem is I've got so much to look at. I got to do this, I got to do that, and I missed it. I must learn with that, Jay. If anybody would care to clip that, I would love to go back and look at that later. Well, yeah, I can't keep my eye on everything because I'm doing the job of, like, I don't know, at least 4 different people. So, you know, sometimes I gotta look away. 121 SV, 167 for Dekk. And A Peach Trees is the winner of the shirt. If you are A Peach Trees, then please redeem the shirt. Just click on that link and it'll take you through a checkout flow. In many countries, there shouldn't be any additional thing. Shipping should be covered. There's a handful of countries where the entirety of the shipping is not covered, and you might have to do some portion of it. 287 for Dekk, 240 for SV. And the Vits for Dekk, but that creates another, like a double Vits. That creates a double long bar dependency. So you have to get the Vits, you have to get the bar for the fill in the Vits, and the bar to fill in the bar dependency. But luckily for Dekk, she gets the bars, but that is like that's pretty crazy. I would say that's like 100 IQ move. that is 100 IQ move right there. Maybe 110 IQ move. Tetris for Dekk, 387, 319 for SV. I do that stuff all the time, which is not great for Dekk. You don't want to do stuff that Bandy does all the time. But I'm trying to practice. I'm trying to get better at adjustments and like seeing different things I can do and just committing to them and trying them. And, you know, that would be something I would do. So you got some work to do. SV got a Vits. I saw the SV Vits. And it was, yeah, there was a deep channel. 370 for SV, 414 for Dekk. Jay in the window wants to keep the non-redeem going. I'll see if there's any more. I don't think there is. I think we were caught up. Yeah, we're caught up. So thank you to Trout Fishing in America for gifting that, and hopefully Peach Trees will redeem it. You think I'm going to make DM by the end of the year? I'm really trying. Like, I want to improve. Yeah, the merch giveaways are fun. There we go. It's been redeemed. Good. Yeah, the merch giveaways are really good. It's good advertising, I guess, for the merch store. And just the more merch in people's hands, the better. Sometimes I do take a bath on the shipping, but it's fine. I'm doing fine with it. 511 for Dekk, 567 for SV. I'm just like people getting this stuff, you know, in their hands. Did I get a good qual for CTM this month? Yeah, it was. I think it was decent. 562 for Dekk, 622 for SV. It's all going to come down to the next 80 lines. Gilded Lizard gifted an Angry Bear shirt to the chat. It should be ! Join. So thank you, Gilded Lizard. SV with a Tetris 675, 594 for Dekk. Long bar to the left, okay. Long bar over Tetris, Dekk 631. $707 SV. There's a Tetris SV 737. Ahead by about 75,000 points, and more now that the lines are tied. It's like a 100,000 point lead for SV with tied lines. And Dekk, kind of that T was an early tuck there. I think Dekk was trying to tuck that T in there, and a little too early on that one. 702 for Dekk. Tetris for SV 857. Just about 40 lines to go until level 29 hits. Oh yeah, the import fees. Yeah, I don't know what country you're in, but you know it tells you the shipping fees, but as far as import fees that come when you actually receive it. Oh no, Dekk gonna miss with that bar. She can still get one over, and does, but you don't like to do that. 801 for Dekk. Tetris for SV 984. He's one away from a max out. Wants another crack at dog. Payback. Tetris for SV. A23 870 for Dekk. 150,000 point lead for SV. All right, Dekk is on 28, SV on 28. We're just about gonna head into 29. The speed about to double. SV's board is he's gonna transition pretty high, and that's gonna be a top out at A77 for SV. And Dekk, if she could have gotten the bar over to the right, might have had a shot to chase this down, but it is not to be. Dekk, what a great game from you, but SV, you are the winner. You'll be moving on to the top 8 to take on Dog playing Tetris. I feel like these Summer B, you were the winner. Summer B was like, oh, I don't want to win because I don't want to pay the fees. And then you won. 984, congratulations to you, Dekk. You are a winner. You did not write join? How's that possible? Anyway, congratulations, SV. You're about to play Dog. Wait, Summer B did not exclamation. Yeah, didn't you? All right, anyway, Weezer. Let's promote Weezer and then whatever those pants are. We're promoting pants and Weezer. All right, we'll be right back. We'll have SV versus Dog. Yeah, if you guys are both cool with that, if that's fine, we'll deal with it. If we have to extend into late, whatever, we'll do it. Yeah, that's fine. Let's health, good. I'm in favor of health. Yeah, if you don't claim it, I'll just re-gift it, Summer B. All right. As Summer B says to re-gift it, we're going to re-gift it. We're redoing it. It's like a million. All right, we're going to redo it. I don't know why that happened, but all right. Exclamation point join, everybody. recipient couldn't win it. Don't type the word join unless you want to win. So anyway, folks, we are going to reschedule the second match here. We're just going to, players feeling a little tweaky in the hands, and the other player is totally fine to reschedule it. Sorry, Doug, to make you wait through that match. But, whatever you want to do. That is totally fine. Yeah, let's be healthy and good. Anyway, exclamation point join. I mean, what are we gonna do? Make a guy play injured and we want to settle Tetris. Tetris should be settled by Tetris, right? So we'll get you guys rescheduled, and that's it. Anyway, exclamation point join to you do this giveaway. And while we're doing the giveaway, I'll thank everybody. And yeah, so sorry about that, folks. But we just gotta be careful with the players. And if they're feeling bad, it's only Tetris. All right. Well, thank you to those of you who have contributed to the prize pool. We didn't get any contributions this stream for the prize pool, but I am not going to join. But you can use the Matcherino command to bring up the links. And that is good. And, if you click on the second one on the list, that'll allow you to contribute to the prize pool. Thank you to those of you who did that. And thanks to our patrons for their support, the sticker and double sticker and community level members, and these other people on the left: Scott Gray, Jay in the Window, K9, Tacky, Corporal, Shelby, Troy, Dan, Kim M, Rogue Potato, Cat Kit, Mick, Monkey, Mila, Tempest. Thank you so very much. Appreciate your support. And then also whoever keeps adding or gifting merch to the chat, that's pretty good. Thank you for doing that. We're going to wait out this join. And then where's my credits? Here's the credits. Is it only on Twitch where you can donate? Oh, well, giveaway. It's Ben Boy D Omega Boy. So Ben Boy, you are the winner. Please click on ctm.wdf. If you can click right there, you can use the Matcherino command on Twitch or on YouTube to get money into the prize pool. That is the only way. So any other contributions to the channel, like super chats or stickers or bits or subs, or if you do a direct contribution via PayPal, that goes to the channel. That goes to your old pal Van Dweller, because I am the channel right now, I guess. But yeah, that goes to that. And if you want to contribute to the prize pool, Matcherino is the way to go. That is the only way to do it. Yes, Ben Boy, Omega Boy, you are the winner. So congratulations. Twitch followers Terpe and Dom Rocks and the raid from Adam Irish Experience. So thanks to those of you who have supported the channel by following us and rating us. To very good. What's the join? The join is over. There's no more join. The join is over. This will explain all the givers that became winners. In their message, it says to join. And in no other message, it said join. Only join, but that doesn't work. Yeah, that's probably it. So don't type join unless you want to join, but you can always say I don't want it, and I can regift it. It's fine. So anyway, thanks everybody for hanging out again. Sorry that we didn't get that last match in, but if the players, we don't want the players to injure themselves. That is bad. And if players are down to reschedule, then that's what we're going to do. So thanks to everybody for your patience and your kindness for the players and the stream. All right, YouTube, you are going to go away. Thanks to Enhorser, Mr. Brain, Sergio, Adam Healy, Josh, Sergio, Random Name YouTube, Whoop, Silver Sauce, Ninja Nuttin, Ichigo, the other Josh, all this Luis, all the stars are here. TPZ, have a beautiful day, and we'll see you tomorrow. Oh, I didn't tell you what we have tomorrow. Tomorrow, assuming no one gets hurt, we have another stream. It's going to be Green Aqua Das Masters, Dog Scooty, Giovanni Wallbant. That'll be fun tomorrow. So we'll see you then. Take care. Bye-bye.